Yeah, to
conversations.
talk conscious entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and then we usually start with like things that have been like either coming up this week, coming up within the last couple of days, and what it is that we have to share. And also join in on the conversation if there's any questions you have or any feedback, or, we're talking today about, oh, on the West Coast. Woo. Yes.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
12:30.
we're every Friday, either 9:30 or I guess if you're on the East Coast,
12:30.
12:30.
Yeah.
But yeah, conscious entrepreneurship, that's what it is. Fempreneur Fridays. And we're usually on our company pages, but we decided to switch it up and go on our personal pages today. So happy Friday, everyone. I hope
Yes.
everybody's
Happy
having a great and
Friday.
beautiful Friday. Our topic today is the importance of play, or the art of play, and how that kind of falls, within the context of entrepreneurship and balancing like work and play. And it's fitting because it's my birthday weekend. I don't know. My
Happy
birthday's on a
birthday.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
so
It's your birthday weekend.
so
Your birthday
so
week.
I'm on a vacation,
Mhm.
and I'm doing a lot of play, but that is really also an important factor to, I feel like, just ultimately ensure lasting entrepreneurial success, because like if you're working all the time, you're clearly just going to burn yourself out. So it's important to like, and even if you can't get away, I think like staycations are great too, or just like doing something to unplug, to get away, to breathe.
Gemini season. Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is
Hmm.
Gemini season. But yeah, what do you think? How do you balance play within your, entrepreneurial work, Stacey?
Um, you know, I love when we were talking about this, and I think that I shared before that I really kind of changed the way that I was operating my business.
Yeah.
What I noticed is that I was always chasing, like every day was like get up and grind, get up and grind, and the grind is so key, but lasting, like making sure that you're hi Nashira. Okay. Yeah, making sure that you're actually living and being a part of what you're teaching and what you're doing too. So like I have like Tuesdays off now where I just like I have no work. I don't try to launch. I don't try to do anything. I just like literally stay with Keelan and just like play with Keelan. Like I have him every day, and we play every day at some point, but it's just like an intentional day where I know that we're going to go to the park and I can just like be fully there, not thinking about everything else, just like be in full play. And that really helps me in all the other places, because
Yeah.
now I feel
I,
like I'm living my life, not only like following my dreams, but like making sure that I'm really honoring where I'm at as well.
right.
So
And I love how you said like, full play, because I think that I think that just, being in full play and like being in full gratitude, it's like that, creates the best circumstances to actually manifest, best. And to like, if you're trying to bring in like more money for your career, or say it's like a launch,
yes.
instead of just sitting and I feel like stressing out about like, oh my God, what's next? Like, how am I going to get this deal? Like, how am I going to get this money to come through? So I feel like it's just best, once you've done the work, let it go, like, just like have some fun, and
Yeah.
breathe and like, let it be, and already know that like, it is done. Your success is inevitable,
Yeah.
and you got this. Like, I think that when we give ourselves the freedom, to play, it's like we're affirming that, what we want is already ours, especially like in the context of careers and entrepreneurship. What do
Yeah,
you
I totally agree. And then also it helps me just to like release the grip of that, like release the grip of wanting it or going after it or thinking that my life is not abundant until I have that thing.
Right,
So it really helps me to just get back grounded in all of the abundance that surrounds me in this
right.
moment. And how they always say with manifestation, or just in general, the things that we want, it happens when we least expect it, right? So
Yes.
it's like when we're not gripping for the thing to give us some type of validation. And what ends up happening is we try so hard to get that thing, and what we think that it's going to give us, it doesn't get us anyway. So it's like our access to trying to get those things now,
Right,
like the freedom and so
right.
on. Let me see. Decide what you want, then
And
honor
I
how
was
we
reading this
feel.
book
Yes, just
yesterday.
release and feel good. I love that,
Oh yeah, I love that
Shira.
too.
Yes.
And I was reading this book yesterday, and it was talking
Power
about
of that.
just like,
Yes.
yeah, like releasing that kind of the lust for your desire, because like you're always going to have, you know,
Yes.
desire, and you're always going to want the things that you want for your business, or want more for yourself, or want more money for yourself. But it's like when you let go of that like lust, that longing, that that like thirstiness for
Yeah.
it, and instead just like know that, you know, yeah, like Mandy said, your success is inevitable, you know, like your blessings are insured, like, you know, and when you move and operate and live like that, you know, it's like it's like you're moving on a different frequency, like you're trusting kind of, you're trusting in the universe versus over like, you know, worldly things and like stress and panic and all those things. And
Yes.
you know, you're like letting go and giving yourself more space, and like, you know, the universe more space to bless you, like more space for people to like come to you who really do fit your vision, you know.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, you know, I do like what you said, Michelle, here, like how we feel dominantly is how we attract. So it's like our energy of what we're putting out there also is like kind of, yes, definitely what's reflecting back to us. And oh my gosh, I had something to say. Now I forgot it.
It's fun.
Um,
It's a Friday, and we're having fun and playing. But also, I
yeah,
love
but
how you
oh,
typed
I know
up
what it
there.
is. Okay, so it's
Okay, go
like
ahead.
in celebration, like, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
celebrating what it is that we do have so we can have more. Because if we're always like right now, remembering that this moment was something that you prayed for or wanted like 2 years, 3 years ago, let's say, right?
Right.
But then when we have this moment and we're in it now, we're still looking at something else that we want to accomplish, and we're not like honoring and
Present.
celebrating like where we are now. So that thing of play or celebration or just like, you know, gratitude really can help us, you know, be excited about what it is to come, but also just like tell the world, God, universe, whatever you believe in, that this is the thing that I want. These are the
Right.
things that I want to keep coming in my life, and thank you for it.
Right.
So
And
yeah.
I love how you typed up there, like the power of play, because like that's what it really is. It's very powerful. And like a lot of people don't, you know, associate play with like power. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that a lot of people think like, you know, oh, it's distracting,
Mm-hmm.
or, oh, like, you know, you're not really working, or not really working hard enough, or this or that, you know, when you are excessively playing, or, you
Yeah.
know, just like, mm, indulging in like fun and play. But it's like that's a part of the entrepreneurship like journey, and balancing yourself out, because like you can't just always be on like hustling and then like on the verge of, you know, breaking down and burning out, like, you
Right.
know, it's fun and powerful to like let loose. And I think I heard that, you know, something like, because putting in action and doing the work, of course, like you have to do that, right? That's important.
Yeah.
But I've heard that like the frequency of putting in, you know, action, and then also just like the frequency of play, it's almost like one and the same, you know, because it's putting like that value in yourself, and that value in like, you know, giving yourself that grace, and like loving yourself enough to like let yourself have fun, and give yourself a break. But then also it's like taking action is also respecting the universe, respecting your calling, you know,
Yes.
because you're putting in
Yes.
that action. But like they're
Yes.
essentially, you need both, you know, you need both
Yeah.
for, I think, to really be happy, really to be balanced, and really to sustain your success.
Right. And you know what? I think authentically, if you do have it, or if you are in play, and if you're in hustle, there's two different ways, right? You can also be in play because, like what you said, as a distraction, avoiding the things that you want to do, and like they both need alignment. They
Right,
both need like, you know, that's like
right,
sleeping, right? You can sleep for rest, or you can sleep to avoid your day.
right.
There's totally two different places that you can come for it. And for both of the things, for like hustling, you know, you can be hustling because you want something and you feel like you're incomplete without that thing. Or you can be taking inspired action. You could be
Yes,
like, oh my
yes,
God, I feel a calling, I feel a purpose. And what you can get done in inspired action is so much more than what you can be
yes,
doing, hustling, grinding day in, day out of desperation, out of
yes.
lack, out of upset about your life right now. So those are the things that I always
Yeah.
talk about. It's just like being in alignment and
Inspired, aligned action.
action.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I think that you can get that inspired, aligned action, honestly, by like you can play first and get inspired. And then it's like, then you're moving off a higher frequency of action, you know?
That's true.
It's like
Yes.
then you're getting things done from like a higher place, and like you probably have more fun working, you know, it won't
Right.
feel like work. It won't feel like you're dreading, you know, this project you have to do or this next thing you have to do, because it's like,
Exactly.
oh, you know, like I had fun and I embraced like the gift that, you know, the universe gives me to have fun. And then, you know, inspired aligned action and
Yes.
ideas then generated from that, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, and somebody
Um,
said hustle and flow. But
heck
yeah, like
yeah.
absolutely. I think that it
Oh,
is
I'm
like,
just seeing the comments come in. Oh my gosh, I didn't see any of
yeah,
these.
because
Ah, hello, hello.
they pop
Hi.
up on
Yes.
my,
Yes.
but yeah, no,
So
it
same
is
thing with
that.
play, like you said. Same thing with play. I think there's a power of a presence in play. Like you're and see that's why I said that you can be playing in a whole different realm where you're just playing to avoid things, you know. I
Right.
mean, I have done that. We have
We
done that
all
too,
have
where it's
done
just
that,
like
you
you're
know.
drinking and you're going out, and it's not the drinking part, it's not the going out part, it's the avoidance of what it actually is for.
And the
So,
avoidance of yourself, you know,
yeah, yeah.
like your higher
And
self.
yeah, and you can feel it. You can feel the difference.
Right.
And also I also welcome now so much, like I welcome so much of the down and the feeling like the unalignment, because
Yeah.
that is the only way you get access to the alignment. Like when you
Yes.
are feeling the down, it's like to lean into that of just like, oh wow, okay, there is a reason for my down. There is a reason why, what is showing me that's out of alignment. And it's the only thing that gives us access to pointing to what it actually is.
Right.
So,
And it's kind of like that, you know, it's duality. And, you know,
yeah,
we're in this season of Gemini right now, and Gemini is all about, you know, duality, like the light and the dark, the good and the bad, and finding that like bridge, you know, in between both, or like the worldly and the spiritual, if you say. But
yeah,
like, you know, when you find that kind of
it's a
like
compass
flow in
again. Yep.
between, you know,
Mm-hmm.
ultimately I think you are more sustained within your business, within yourself, within all of that. But yeah, those dark periods are necessary, like, you know, doing like shadow work, or just, you know, like
Ah,
another Gemini, yay.
yeah,
And then, you know, just really like being like, just not being so afraid of like quote unquote like dark times, or,
yeah,
you know, or when you're feeling low, because it's like those are also important for you to ultimately feel higher, you know, like you have to
right.
embrace both.
And
Play
moving
or
through,
has
like,
fun.
yeah, what we're talking about is like moving through those emotions and going through them, not avoiding them, not masking them, not putting something on top of them. Um, I know something that really came for me recently was like talking about the numbness in my body and how I've always been numb in certain areas because of, you know, childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And I really got to where I was like, I wanted something completely opposite. Like I wanted to feel and I wanted to
Right.
be fully expressive and I wanted to do all this stuff. And I was just like so wanting to get there.
Right.
But what I didn't realize was like actually my numbness was so needed. Like it
Right.
was so needed and actually it was so beautiful and I can thank it because like if it was not there, how much more pain I would have been through
Yeah.
in my
It
life.
taught you.
Yeah, so it was actually protecting me for some time and it served me for some time. And then there was a time that I needed to like break out of that, you know?
Right.
So just
I
knowing
think,
that we're on our path, like where everybody's on our path, you know what I mean? Like we're doing the right thing and just like leaning in to, yeah,
well,
those
yes,
times.
it's all that you're saying. And like you said, learning that about yourself, you know, it was important because I think that it helped you learn how to then, you know, honor play more, and then
Yeah,
like, you know, listen to yourself more. And like, and also, you know, once you do go through these like low periods, or periods when you might not even feel like, you know, high enough or whatever to play, it's like, you know, you move through that, and then you're able to then talk about it and show other people and like help uplift other people, like right now, you know, now you have like something to share, and
yeah,
another tool to help uplift others with. So
yeah.
yeah, the power of play, it's important.
The power play. Yeah, if you guys want to jot down what you do for play or what you, um, you know, because I know we can all
And
kind of help each other. For sure, write it down in there. If there's like, what do you do when you just like want to restart or like get back into play and like know the power of play?
um,
Feel free to leave it in the comments.
and
Um,
it's
oh,
Friday,
okay.
So I hope that everybody does find some way to play, even if you
Yeah.
feel like super stressed out or you have like, you know, a lot of work to maybe catch up on. You know, it's more late weekend. It's a good time to play, but it's like play intentionally, you know? Also,
Yeah.
it's like when you're playing and when you have these like great feelings and these happy feelings. Also, I think it's important to add, you know, visualization in the
The
mix.
puzzles. Yeah.
Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what's next for you? Visualize Happy Friday,
Happy Friday, Tati.
you
Yeah.
know, like where you ultimately see yourself, you know, like how much money you ultimately see yourself with, and view
Yeah.
yourself like, you know, as if you already have it now. Like play in the moment of your, like play as if your dreams are already now and are already existent, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Play to decompass, not to distract. Yes.
yeah.
I love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just play out of gratitude, play out of the abundance, play out of the appreciation of life. Oh my gosh. So, Brett, I know that we're definitely talking on play, and I'm gonna distract us just a little bit because
Yeah.
like I literally just had this thing yesterday that came up and it was so profound, and at least for me, so I want to share it just in case it like, you know, helps anyone. It for me, this is why I didn't do any of that. I guess I could tag it on into this thing. I didn't like spend time for play or spend time to like not do the things I'm not supposed to be doing and always trying to like hustle, hustle, hustle because I always felt like I was running out of time. Like, oh
Right.
my God, people are going so much faster than me. I'm left out. I have to keep on going. I need to make this money. You know, like I'm so out of lack, right? But I knew like there was like this lack about maybe money, but I have just been so present to like this lack of time. Like I
Mm,
always feel like this lack of time, like running late to something because I'm so busy trying to do everything, you know what I mean? All this
yeah.
stuff. And I got so present to freaking like time
Yeah.
is not even like something that we own. Like
Yeah.
we don't own time, right? Like so it's like I don't have enough time. Like what am I saying? I don't even
Yeah.
own time. Like
Yeah. And
and that
somebody said
there's an
this,
abundance of it.
it is.
There is an abundance of time. And then I realized just like how much I didn't earn any of the time of being here. Like
Yeah.
I'm 35 years old and I have lived every second, every minute, and every hour of that, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't earn it.
Mm,
So it's like every
mm,
moment that I have, like every second, it's actually freaking abundance. Like
yeah.
it's given to me. Like this time is given to me. Like each moment is given to us.
Yeah. And it's like, because you're already deserving, you know, you're already worthy. It's like you were born
You're
worthy,
here. Like
deserving.
the fact that me and you can have this conversation right now is that we're in time
Yes. And the,
and
like
it's already made for us.
right,
We didn't
right.
create it either, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. And I think
So
it's just, and I mean, no, I mean, it's not really like a side note at all. I think it directly does relate to play
yeah,
because it is like, you know, I think that that's a huge thing about like why people sometimes don't like take time out for themselves to just relax, play, unplug, have fun because they feel like, oh my God, well, I'm not deserving of it yet. I haven't worked hard enough to deserve this. But it's like
right.
you were deserving by like taking your first breath today, you know, like you're
Yes.
being alive today by having legs, by being able to walk, like, you know,
Yeah.
like you are deserving by just being here. And so
Yes.
that's what's important, and that's just also just part of being an entrepreneur, knowing that fact, you know. So I think that like, and just knowing that you're absolutely deserving of like any partnership, any amount of money, you know, all of your customers, all of your sales, like that's a huge part of, you know, learning like that area of sustainable success. So
Yeah.
yeah, we
We
are
are
deserving.
deserving. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And that, you know what, like, oh my gosh. I mean, I was like feeling like God and God's presence actually just was
Yeah.
just like, oh my God, like um I didn't earn that. And like why do I spend so much time thinking about how much I don't have time and like God is giving it to you right there. Like you're actually in it. You're in it and you're saying you don't have it. You know what I mean?
And
It's
well,
like,
and time is really just an illusion, you know? It's
yeah,
like you can't really even be in it because ultimately it doesn't really exist when you're flowing on like a higher level of like
you're never
frequency
lost.
and
Yep.
awareness. Like there's just, you know, time is not a real concept. It's something that the mind creates and like circles around and circles around and circles around, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like when you finally realize like, okay, all there really is like right here and right
Yeah.
now. And that's
Yeah.
ultimately like, you know, what time it is. It's like when you
Yeah.
pull yourself out of it and realize, okay, like I'm right here. I always
Yeah.
breathe in and breathe out and be like, where am I? Here. What time is it?
Hmm.
Now.
Right. I
Yeah.
love this. Yeah. Like, and you know what? Yeah, you're right. It comes back to all the worthiness. And Tatiana said, we are deserving. Nashira says, nothing we ever do or experience can take away our inner innate worth. Yes. Um,
Because we are innate.
yeah. Yeah. And you now turn like, having a birthday and celebrating and really being present to, the time you've been here.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And
that's
also just
also
like playing.
it's a good
Yeah.
example because it's like, yeah, I'm on birthday vacation playing, but it's like at the same time, because I do now, like we have a commitment to do this, it's like not something that I dread. It's like fun. It's like part of, it's fun to help uplift others and like to talk entrepreneurship. So it's like once you take time, I feel like, to breathe and actually have fun, then like incorporating work within that, that's also fun. And,
Yeah.
like then the experience of like getting creative with your entrepreneurship becomes fun.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and I just heard like so much alignment because it's like it doesn't feel like work when you're just like it's like an extension of who you are, what you do, and what you do all the time. And especially these conversations, right? We're always like, oh my God, this is what came up this week for me. And
right.
that's how we started having these live conversations, is because me and Brett was always like in these conversations, what's going on with her business, what's going on with my business, and what's coming up, and feeling aligned in those ways. But yeah,
Yeah, I think
so
we did
that's feeling really
that.
good. Yeah.
And I wish
It,
all of you guys a happy day of play.
yes, yes, same here. It's Friday. Have fun. Be in gratitude, celebration, and look at the abundance that's already around you. That's a
And
message for me
appreciate it.
and for all of us. Yeah.
Yes, and appreciate the right here and right now because you are already worthy, deserving,
Yes.
and like amazing and worthy. Like you're worthy of the best day ever and of like as much fun as you can manifest for yourself. And you have to know that and believe that and trust that. And that's all.
Yeah. Okay. I feel full. Have an amazing day. Brett, have fun. I
Thanks.
love you. I can't wait to see you after when you come back. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.